What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we are going to be looking at the 5 best youngsters of the 2021-2022 season in the Premier League. Yes, there have been amazing young players. Fans love a young person coming through, young footballers. That's what football is about, seeing the next generation of stars, and we've seen some amazing ones. I tried to make a list of the top 5 young players of the season. I count young players as anyone under the age of 23. Coming in at number 5, I've got Marc Gueye, the former Chelsea youth product who was signed by Crystal Palace in the summer for £18 million. He's 21 years old, centre-back, and he's had an outstanding debut season for Crystal Palace. From captaining the team at times and playing nearly all of the games, he has become a defensive general for this team. Palace fans will tell you how surprised they were to see a 21-year-old have such leadership qualities and maturity beyond his age. So it's no surprise that he earned his first England call-up this season too. Marc Gueye is poised to be the modern centre-back, where he can make the tackles, the interceptions, but also stand out with his distribution skills, dribbling and long-range passes. No doubt Palace has a beast on their hands and a future permanent captain for sure. And only 21 years old, still can't really believe that. Coming in at number 4, I've got 21-year-old Emile Rowe, who has come a very long way since his last season. Now, the Arsenal fans loved him and had high hopes for him, but the rest of the country were not too sure if he was actually the real deal. And Rowe has proved everyone wrong, anyone who doubted him, because he's been sensational for Arsenal this season. He's been playing on the wing and just having a remarkable goal return. In total, he's got 10 goals in 29 games, and a lot of his goal returns have been coming off the sub bench, which is brilliant for a young winger in his first full season. Not to mention, a lot of the goals have been in big games, which shows he might be a big game player. Because Rowe just has an eye for goal, he's got that striker's instinct to drive forward and shoot, and he's displayed that this season brilliantly. He might even be more of a goal getter than the other youngsters at Arsenal, Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard, who are probably more talented and skilled than him, but Rowe just has that eye, the instinct, putting the ball back at the net, and he's only going to get better in the coming seasons. Coming in at number 3, it is Mr. Phil Foden. Now, some English fans may not be exaggerating when they say that Phil Foden is the most gifted, talented English footballer ever. He's only 21 years old, and what is there to be said about Foden that already hasn't been said? He's very good on the ball, he's so composed, the balance, the vision, the passing, just a perfect player for Man City and Guardiola. Foden has finally cracked the City starting 11 and is easily one of their most important players. He has 8 league goals and 3 assists this season, which is decent, but it's the other stuff Foden does is what's really made him shine. Foden has become a big game player, such as in both of the games against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League, against Liverpool away. All those games, Foden made an impact. Foden is learning from De Bruyne to learn how to play in the clutch moments. Now, I've got him at number 3 because he is in a very talented team, and that might be helping his stats to show it's better. But on the other hand, he probably deserves more praise for being able to be such an important player in a team full of superstars. You know, some players can shine in a team full of rubbish players because they're the only good player. But when you're in a team full of stars and you can hang with them, it shows the true quality of your abilities. Now, this young Englishman will soon surely be one of the best players in the world, in the league, and England star for many years to come. Coming in at number 2, I've got 22-year-old Conor Gallagher. Yes, he's my number 2 on this list because no one expected him to have the breakout season he truly has had, and no one thought he would be showing this much promise at such a young age. Gallagher has taken his loan move to Palace by the balls and absolutely shown Chelsea that he should be in the main squad next season. He has scored 8 goals this season and provided 3 assists. He's put in many match-winning performances and has been Crystal Palace's main attacking outlet. Gallagher is very reminiscent of Mason Mount, another of Chelsea's product, because Mount also shown when he went out on loan to Derby that he could perform, and then he came back to Chelsea as a ready-made top player. And I have a feeling Conor Gallagher will follow the same trajectory. Gallagher plays in the same mold as Mount also. They're both technically gifted, but it's their hard work and their grit, determination, the stamina, the chasing that makes them really stand out. And I think these two will combine next season, and Chelsea will have a very scary English centre midfield core. And that's going to be frightening for the rest of the league. Finally, coming in at number 1, the one and only best young player of the season. There can only be one. There's no doubt he is the young player of the season. It is Mr. Bukayo Saka from Arsenal. Yes, he's my number 1 player. He's 20 years old. He's sensational. He's everything you want in a young player. The attitude, the skill, the physique, the determination, everything. This kid is truly special. He really has a chance to be one of Arsenal's all-time great players, providing he stays with Arsenal. And he can even be an England all-time great player because he's already broken into the England squad and Southgate loves him. And you know why Southgate loves him, because he sees that kid to be that talented player he is. Saka is only 21 years old, but he's already got 126 games in his career, scoring 23 goals. Of those 23 goals though, 12 have them come this season. That's how good this season has been for Saka. He finished off strong last season by already becoming Arsenal's main player, no doubt. And then he had that heartbreaking penalty miss at Euros. And for many players, that could have ruined them, ruined the season, messed up with their heads. But Saka came back exactly where he left off for Arsenal, starting the season, taking Arsenal through some very tough moments, showing the composure, the determination that the senior players couldn't. And even the senior players, the managers knew Saka was the only person that can help Arsenal guide through the season. Saka has been Arsenal's best players playing on the left wing, and he's been one of the best left wingers in the Premier League, period. The way he runs with the ball, the composure, the balance, the strength, the pace. He's improving on his finishing, the way he can turn players, the way he can cut in. These things, you can see it develop in him, and he's just going to get better and better. And it really showed this season, and he just has to be the best young player. Another thing about Saka is how big and strong he is for such a young person, and grown defenders cannot barge him off the ball. He barges them. So what they usually have to do is they try double team him. And last season that may have been effective, but Saka, as a developing player he's learned that when the two defenders come onto him, he can quickly make that pass to Odegaard or someone next to him, and then he runs in behind those two defenders and killing off those two defenders or three defenders. And that's something that's been really evident in Saka's play, and that's been effective on Arsenal using. So because of that, and just the finishing, he's been great finishing. He's taking the penalties for Arsenal, showing that he's not mentally scarred by that England penalty miss. He's been taking the penalties this season. Saka has just been all-round great player, and he's improved so much, and he's easily the best young player of this season. Thank you for tuning into my list, everyone. Remember, this was my opinion of who I thought the top 5 young players of the season were. If you agree, do comment. If you disagree, also comment. Let me know who you think should have won the young player of the season, who should have been in the top 5, what the ranking should be, and give me your reasoning behind it. But also, just remember, these are just my opinions. Be kind in your comments. I watch football. I'm not biased. I'm not no expert. I'm not saying I'm right. This is just my opinion, what I believe to be true. So do add your comments. If you disagree, right away, and I'll respond to all of them. But I appreciate all my subscribers and all the people that watch these videos. It means a lot for tuning in and commenting, liking, disliking, whatever. Thank you, guys.